When someone says compact car, most people think Honda Civic, and for good reason. It's been around for decades, it's won hearts all over the world, and it's earned a reputation for being dependable, efficient, and just easy to live with. But the 2026 Honda Civic? This one takes things to another level. Honda isn't just updating a classic, they've completely reimagined it to meet today's driver expectations while staying true to what made it great in the first place. The result? A Civic that looks sharper, drives better, and is loaded with smart technology. Let's start with the first thing you notice, the design. The 2026 Civic has taken on a more athletic, confident stance. Compared to the previous model, it looks lower, wider, and more planted, giving off almost a sports sedan vibe. The front fascia is clean and aggressive, with slim LED headlights that wrap around slightly into the fenders, giving it a modern and premium feel. The grille has been refined, not overly flashy, but it means business. Down below, the air intakes are more sculpted, with subtle black accents that add to the sporty look without overdoing it. Around the side, the 2026 Civic maintains a sleek profile with a gently sloping roofline that almost borders on coupe-like. The character lines running from the front fenders to the taillights give it a sense of motion even when it's parked. Depending on the trim, you'll get 16 to 18-inch alloy wheels, and Honda's done a great job matching each wheel design to the overall styling of the car. The rear is where things get really interesting. The taillights have been redesigned into a sharp C-shaped layout with LED treatment that's both eye-catching and functional. There's also a subtle lip spoiler integrated into the trunk, which looks great on higher trims like the Sport and Touring. Overall, the 2026 Civic looks more refined, more upscale, and simply more mature than ever before. Now inside, the transformation is just as impressive. Honda has finally nailed the balance between minimalism and function. Open the door, and the first thing you'll notice is how clean and driver-focused the layout is. The dashboard is dominated by a thin horizontal mesh strip that conceals the air vents, giving it a really clean, almost European feel. The materials feel premium for the class. Soft-touch surfaces where it counts, piano black trim accents, and even leather on the higher-end models. It's a far cry from the utilitarian vibe of older Civics. Technology takes center stage here, and thankfully Honda's ditched the laggy infotainment systems of years past. The 2026 Civic comes standard with a crisp 7-inch touchscreen, but go up a trim or two and you'll get a 9-inch version that's sharper, faster, and much easier to use. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, and in the Touring trim, they're wireless. There's even a wireless charging pad tucked neatly into the center console. The driver's display has also received a modern touch. In the Sport and Touring trims, you get a fully digital 10.2-inch instrument cluster that's customizable and intuitive. Want to see your navigation, fuel economy, or driver assist status? It's all just a swipe away. And speaking of comfort, the seats have been redesigned to offer more support for long drives. Whether you're in the front or back, the Civic feels spacious for its class. Rear legroom is surprisingly generous, and the trunk? A solid 14.8 cubic feet of space, which beats out many competitors in the segment. Now, let's talk about what really matters, the drive. Honda has always been known for getting this part right, and the 2026 Civic continues that tradition. Under the hood, you'll find two engine options. The standard model features a 2.0-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder that produces 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a CVT, which is smooth and efficient, but if you want a little more pep, the EX and Touring trims come with a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, pushing out 180 horsepower and 177 pound-feet of torque. That may not sound like a huge jump on paper, but on the road, the turbo makes a noticeable difference in responsiveness and acceleration. What's most impressive, though, is how refined the ride feels. Honda's improved insulation means road and wind noise are significantly reduced. The suspension has been tuned for both comfort and agility, making the Civic feel stable and confident whether you're cruising down the highway or taking a curve on a back road. Steering is precise and well-weighted. It gives you actual feedback, which is rare in this class. There's even talk of a hybrid version on the horizon, though as of now, the turbo variant is your best bet for a balanced mix of performance and fuel economy. And speaking of fuel economy, the Civic continues to shine. The 2.0-liter engine delivers around 31 mpg in the city and 40 on the highway, while the turbo 1.5-liter gets you up to 33 city and 42 highway. Those are excellent numbers, and they make the Civic not just fun to drive, but also economical in the long run. Now let's talk about safety. Honda's Sensing Suite is standard across all trims, and it includes everything you'd expect: forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and traffic sign recognition. It also features a new traffic jam assist system that works at low speeds to keep you centered in your lane. The 2026 Civic has earned top marks from both the NHTSA and the IIHS, including a Top Safety Pick Plus designation, which speaks volumes about its real-world protection. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert come standard on most trims, making daily driving a little less stressful. As for pricing, Honda's managed to keep the Civic very competitive. The base LX trim starts around $24,000, which gets you all the essentials and Honda Sensing. The Sport trim adds a bit of flair and comes in at around $25,500. The EX trim with the turbo engine and extra comfort features lands near $27,500. Finally, the top-of-the-line Touring trim tops out just under $30,000. Considering what you're getting in terms of build quality, tech, and driving experience, it's a solid deal. Now, let's keep it real and talk pros and cons. On the plus side, you've got a stylish, mature design that doesn't look or feel cheap. The interior is clean, functional, and genuinely comfortable, especially with the larger screen and digital dash. The ride is smooth, the handling is tight, and both engine options are efficient and easy to live with. It's also packed with safety tech, most of which comes standard. But no car is perfect. The CVT, while improved, still lacks the snappy feel of a traditional automatic or dual clutch. Some might find the base engine underwhelming if they're used to something quicker. And while the Civic feels premium inside, it's still front-wheel drive only, no all-wheel drive option here, which might matter to folks in snow-prone areas. Also, if you want features like leather seats, wireless CarPlay, or the larger screen, you'll need to pay for the higher trims. So who is the 2026 Honda Civic really for? Honestly, almost anyone. If you're a commuter looking for solid MPG and reliability, this is a great choice. If you're a student or a young professional wanting something stylish and tech-savvy, it checks those boxes too. And if you're someone trading down from a larger SUV or older sedan but don't want to compromise on comfort or features, the Civic won't disappoint. At the end of the day, the 2026 Honda Civic doesn't just hold its own in the compact segment, it leads it. It's a thoughtful evolution of a proven formula, with just the right balance of innovation, practicality, and style. And it's proof that even in a market flooded with crossovers and EVs, there's still a place for a really good sedan. So if you're shopping in the $25K to $30K range and want something that's safe, efficient, fun to drive, and built to last, the Civic should absolutely be on your shortlist. It might just surprise you. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive. Until next time, drive safe.